Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about we have so much knowledge of English, but when it comes to speaking something, you are not able to speak anything. Of course, you might have some hesitations there, but you don't speak well. So friends, we have to understand what the problem is. In my opinions, there are two types of learning: input based learning and output based learning, and I believe that majority of the people do input based learning. So we have to understand what input based learning is. In input based learning, it contains reading, writing, listening, and then speaking. Yes, so if you are doing this type of learning, it is going to take a lot of, it definitely takes a lot of time, because suppose that if you are writing something, you can give yourself some time there. You just give yourself some time, even you can make corrections there. But if you are speaking something, like back of the mind, we always think like I don't have to stop myself, because if I stop speaking, so what the other people gonna think about me? Yes, it gives you very awkward feeling. So we always have this fear that we don't have to stop ourselves, because you always try to maintain the rhythm, you always try to maintain the conversation. But reading and writing are totally different from speaking, because reading and writing are passive skill, and speaking is an active skill. Because in speaking, when you speak something, it involves your vocabulary, your grammar, translation. It includes everything. You have to see how the sentences is being made there, how the sentences are constructed there. You have to use vocabulary there. So it involves everything. But reading and writing are passive skill. It doesn't take so much effort there. So if I talk about output based learning, it contains speaking and listening. Yes, we have to do this type of learning. If you do output based learning, it will definitely help you a lot, because you want to improve your English, and you have to ask yourself a question like, how do you spend your time? Because we as English learners, we have to observe ourselves. You have to observe yourself, because most of the time people say like, we read a lot, we understand English so much, we have good understanding of English, but when it comes to speaking something, we fumble, we are not able to speak anything. So of course we all have this problem, but the problem is you have to understand that how much time you have to spend your time in this language. You have to think in your mind, because 90%, only 10% you are spending your time in this language, and you expect the result that you will start speaking very fluently. No, it is not going to happen, because most of the time you are not spending your time in this language. That's the problem. You have to try, because this word try really matters. Unless we try to do something or learn something, until we cannot achieve anything. Okay, you have to put yourself in a very uncomfortable situation so that you can grow. For example, when a baby is born, he or she doesn't know anything. He tries, he fails, but he never stops trying. And after so much effort, he is able to speak something. So start exposing yourself, start speaking without thinking anything. Yes, you have to put yourself in the situation where you have to speak English. Like unless we try to learn something, Like if you don't speak English, you are not gonna know about where you stand. Once you start speaking English, you come to know about your problems, and you can also fix your problems there. If I give you an example, you like mathematics very much, you want to become the master in this language, and you have all necessary things, like you have books, geometry, compass, and everything, and you know where to use them, where to use compass, ruler, and everything, but you have never done it practically. So how will you, how will you be very proficient in this language? Because you have never done it practically. So goes for English. So what do we do today? We exactly do the opposite, because in our schools and college we are taught grammar rules, because we have never tried to understand that we treat English as a subject, and we never take this subject very seriously. We just want to pass this subject, because most of us understand that English is just a subject and you have to pass this subject. But you have to see that, like in day-to-day life, how English is very important. You can see English is everywhere. So we are still following the traditional way of the teaching, because we are never taught how to face any real situation in conversation. And so we have to understand this and the importance of this language. So in this video, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.